Hello everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back to Barossa Valley Crafts. In my Facebook group, Card Making for Beginners and Beyond, if you'd like to join, I'll add the link in the description below. But my students made some cards and this was one of them. And I posted it in the group and I had a lot of people asking how it was done. So I've used mica powders and oxide inks to make this, and I will show you how I did it. Very easy, and you can do it with just one colour. So I'll show you how I did it. So I will be using the Sweet Poppy stencil. So it's the globe. So we're going to be using that. So even though this is a different stencil, it's exactly the same technique. They do have a variety of different shaped stencils, and I got these from Image Plus Scrapbook Superstore. I'll add the link in the description if you'd like to have a look at what they've got. But they are just beautifully detailed stencils. So this one, we're going to be using the globe stencil. This one, I used the bauble stencil. So let me show you how I have done it. So I've got a piece of card. Now I've got a little magnetic board here. So this is a Couture Creations one, just to help hold everything in place so that while I'm doing the ink blending, it doesn't move. So I'm just going to line that stencil on the card. And I'm just going to use a little bit of low tack adhesive to stop it from moving. Like so. And I'm just going to add these little magnets on here as well because I don't really want it to lift or move. So I'm going to be using Distress Oxide Faded Jeans for this. I like using these inks because they're easy to blend. I'll just get a scrap of paper. So I'm going to rub my brush into the ink. Now, if sometimes they're really wet, just dab off the excess there because you only want a really faint colour. So now in a circular motion, I'm very lightly going to go over the stencil. Now the reason I'm doing it very lightly is you can always come back and add more colour if you want it to be darker. But I just want a nice light coverage. I don't want it too dark. So I'll just keep doing that until I've got the depth of colour that I want. Now these ones are metal, so when you're cleaning these, you need to be very gentle that you don't actually bend the little metal detail parts. But they're great detail in them for when it's all finished. Okay, maybe I'll just do a little bit more around this edge. Now I'm just going to see if I can gently lift it without it moving to see if it's okay. Oh, that's it. That's all I need. So that's that part done. So I'll just move all that aside and pop my lid on here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stamping. So probably actually what I might do, I'm just going to use my heat gun because I want to make sure that ink is dry. So sorry about the noise. Okay, that should be okay. I just don't want the mica powder sticking onto the wet ink. So now I'm just going to pop this into my stamp press. And the stamp I'm going to use It's a Sweet Poppy Small Winter Cottage. So it's only a little stamp, but for this it is ideal. So using your acetate, work out where you want your stamp. I reckon we'll put it about there. Then if you sit your stamp side down on the acetate and then pick it up with your stamp press and then remove your acetate, so now you'll know that that stamp is going to be exactly where you want it. Now I'm going to be using Versamark, which is a sticky clear ink. So really ink up your stamp well. Now, even if you think you're putting too much on there, it's better to do that than not have enough. Because you can't see it, you've got to hope that when you stamp, you've got a good coverage on your card. Okay. Hopefully that should be okay. So now we're going to stamp onto the bauble or onto the snow globe. Give it a good press. Allow time for the card to soak in the ink. Whether you're doing normal stamping or this, you need to make sure the card has got a chance to soak it all in. Okay, hopefully that's got a good image on there. Like I say, because it's clear, it's very hard to see. I don't know whether the camera's picking that up. So now we'll just pop the stamp press aside. Bring in some paper. Now I'm using Mica Powders. I've had these for a long time and you can get so many different colours and there's so many different brands, but they all work the same. So I'm going to be using this blue colour. So I'm just going to dip my brush into it. I'm just going to shake off the excess very gently. And then I'm just going to brush it over that stamped image. And it will stick to wherever that Versamark stamped ink is. Because it's sticky, and it's got a beautiful shine to it, this mica powder. Okay, just go over it a few times to make sure you've got it all. Okay, I think that's probably got it all. And then using a little bit of paper towel, I'm just going to very gently wipe over to get off the excess. Like so. Now, being mica powder, it can brush off when it's dry. So I'm going to use this, it's a fixative. If you don't have a fixative, you can use hairspray. And I'm just going to spray that over the mica powder just to fix it onto the card so that it won't rub off. Okay, just get that dry. And then I'm going to use this little quickie glue pen and I'm going to add some glitter. So I'll just get my pen working. So this is just like a biro, only it's got glue on it. Can't see if that's working. Yep, that's working. It's a bit sticky. Okay, so now I'm just going to add this glue wherever I want some glitter. So I'll put it on the roof of the house, top of the chimney. So it's just wherever you want a bit of glitter, we're going to add this glue. And we'll put some on the windowsills. And some on the ground in the snow. add the glitter. So this is just like a diamond ultra fine glitter. So I'll just pop that on there. Tip off the excess. And there it is. So it's just a subtle little amount. It's not overpowering. Okay, now I'll just tip that back into the jar. And then what I'm going to do is going back to my Distress Oxide. I'll just fold that because I don't want glitter all over the rest of it. I'm just going to put some on the brush and I'm just going to gently go round the edge of the card. So I want it to be a little bit darker than the blending that I've done over the stencil. But I don't want it to go all the way in. It's just around the edge. So we'll just do that. So it's very quick and easy. It doesn't take much, but it's got a stunning effect. And the Sweet Poppy stencils are just gorgeous. Okay. That's probably it. Maybe a little bit more on this side. A bit more around the corners. There we go. I think that's enough. And then we'll just mount it onto the card. So, where are we? So this particular one, it's a fairly large stencil. So the piece I'm working on here is 5 inches by 6.5 inches. So I'm just going to pop some glue onto the back of that. You can use double-sided tape if you prefer, just whatever is easier. And we'll pop that onto the matte layer. It actually looks like a charcoaly colour, but it's actually a really darkish sort of blue. Okay, just push that on. And then I'm just going to wipe this down because I've got mica powder and glitter on there. And then we'll attach that to the base card. And just pop that into place. Okay. And then from there you can just add your message and sentiments on the front. So with this one I've just put Merry Christmas on there. But that's it. So easy to do and very effective. And you can use any colour you like. So any colours will work. But I hope you've enjoyed that. And if you have, please do give me the thumbs up. And do feel free to come and join us in my Facebook groups if you like. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.